A resurgence several years in the making for Speed as he leads Team EVO to battle against the Ultimates. Game 1 on Manfield, brought to you by Progressive, as one team can advance to the grand finals. Who will it be between Ultimates and Team EVO? It's Arju with an early shot off the crossbar. It's still on the doorstep and cleared away. Oh, what a huge start that would have been, James, for Team EVO.
That would have been, but still, I think perhaps just giving us a glimpse at the pressure EVO can bring. Arju having a stellar series. Last time we saw them on broadcast, you heard Speed highlight it, even calling him Thanos. And EVO not pulling any punches early. The Ultimates, I think, a bit thankful to get out of that situation without giving up a goal stacks.
A team in EVO that is feeling a lot more confidence than maybe they might have even a week ago. Just feeling like, all right, hey, we'll see how far we can take this. That's not going to feel very confident, though, as it is LJ feeding Chronic, and in the first minute, Ultimates strike first.
Oh, this was an all-around team play. You saw First Killer get it over to LJ. LJ linking up with Chronic. Chronic getting the goal, and also Chronic had the top play from yesterday, hitting that Game 7 OT winner for the Ultimates. So when the Ultimates are firing on all cylinders, they are a scary team, Stacks, and a great start here for Chronic and his team.
Trying to shore up their weaknesses that might have been exposed a little bit in the first open. Looking for a shot at most likely NRG, but of course you play the games for a reason. Anything could happen. Arju, shot's gonna be well wide. Didn't really bait the defense out. They didn't have to burn much for First Killer to just clear that away. And now Chronic working very quickly. He's got LJ in behind him. Oh, that's awkward in front, and Chronic's credited with another.
I mean, Chronic doing everything here. Beats the first, gets the extra touch, immediately goes into bump mode, and it looks like there was even a touch there from the bumped player that messed up the read of the backup coming in to save it. So Chronic, heck of a start in game 1.
Well, as great as Arju was defensively in the previous series, you get taken out of the play. There's not much you can do about it. Chronic just ahead of Relating Wave this time around, and you can imagine Team EVO will not be afforded the same kind of time and space that they might have been accustomed to against Nine Lives. And then this one ends up in their net, but I don't think Wave got the last touch.
And you can see LJ was a little bit awkward in midfield. It gave that space away, and Chronic, I think Chronic may have been expecting LJ to do something to complicate that approach, but a little bit of a misstep there from the Ultimates, and a nice response here early on from Team EVO.
So Relating Wave has Team EVO on the board. Imagine this could be a very high-scoring series. As much as EVO might like to kind of slow it down and play a little more reserved and methodical, they're not going to be afforded that at all by the Ultimates. LJ opted out. Arju has to charge in. First Killer's got control. His speed was coming up and had to just plant right in front. And I think you can see that a lot. Here goes Chronic, and Relating Wave ranging back. Just barely makes the save. Now First Killer from the ceiling, dropped down in front, and Wave has that one away as well, with LJ bearing down on him. And then Speed got bumped from behind, so Arju's got to race back.
This is a good attack opportunity, though, for the Ultimates. Lots of boost here. First Killer gets a 50. LJ with boost on the ball, going for a 50. It drops down. First Killer sees the double. It's a pass back to Chronic. Chronic doesn't want to dive in. He was third man back and opted to make the safe play, Stacks, and now we're all the way in the Ultimates half.
Well, EVO have done well to keep this within arm's reach, but every time Ultimates come in, they've got a plan. Like that one over to First Killer. Arju gets knocked to the backboard after intercepting the pass, and now Relating Wave deep into the corner. That'll come back to Arju. One of the things that worked so well for EVO last time around against Nine Lives, so many of their 50s found their way right into the center of the field where someone like Speed or Arju was waiting to let a shot rip on net. Hasn't happened as much here against Ultimates in the early stages.
Well, I think the Ultimates are just comprised of players who find those creative touches to even avoid the 50s altogether. They find ways to keep possession instead of contesting it. Very mechanical players. think a lot of people pegging the Ultimates to be that clear #2 team in NA. Didn't get the result they wanted first time around, but they've been looking good so far and even hold this lead as we approach the final minute of gameplay.
On paper, you'd certainly expect them to be. You look at all the talent on this roster and a pedigree for success as well. As this goes over to the corner, Speed is still with it, and LJ there to cut him down. Arju's going to stay with this ball, get it back to Relating Wave. Runs right into LJ though, and Speed thought he had the read on that, but still just couldn't get to the ball in time. As Chronic will control Relating Wave, you're starting to see EVO now get just a little bit more aggressive. Try to throw off ultimates. Not quite working out for them. Arju with nothing in the tank. Race to the corner. He won that boost, but they got less than 30 seconds. They've got to move. Speed has to try to make a lot happen with very little. First killer with a big win, and that's going to send Relating Wave all the way back. Down to 20 seconds now. Speed rushing forward. Got to have bodies up there. Got to have somebody to pass to, and that one was going nowhere. First killer for LJ. Just push it wide and force EVO to burn all their boosts just to get a touch. And it looks like Ultimates are going to salt this one away, just making EVO run around chasing their tail. Team of the Europe, Relating Wave maybe most recently. Arju very briefly when he was teamed up with Cookser, and then of course Speed when he broke onto the scene, teaming with Cookser on the flip side. At different points, they've been the guy to watch, and now they're all together. And maybe a little bit of that what might have been, we get to see it in action.
Certainly, and these are just consistent players, consistently good players. You know, they may never have been, you know, at the top prolonged in EU, but that's a very difficult thing to be able to do. Uh-oh, and somehow that doesn't go in. That looked like a breakdown on defense for the Ultimates, surprisingly not converted upon by Team EVO. But when you are near the top, you know, top 8 major capable player in EU, you come over to NA, and I think EU just has shown how strong of a region they are. And these players quite good already, having some very good chances early on, forcing another save out of LJ. The Ultimates trying to break out. You can see Chronic just lobbing that downfield. Uh-oh, numbers advantage briefly. You see Speed going for the lead bump play.
They're trying to generate rebounds, how they kind of made a living against 9 Lives earlier today. And they've had plenty of chances. Second and third opportunities have been great for them. Not enough to get a lead early on here. But again, they're starting both games out very aggressively and forcing Ultimates to respect them a little bit. Relating Wave up ahead to Arju. Needs a little more boost in the tank. That one's easily cleared away, and you're seeing EVO also just collectively staying back a little bit more than they did in their quarterfinal match earlier today. Arju has to get that one out to the wing. They'll try to work downfield, but Speed called off, and LJ waiting for a pass that never gets there.
Set up, good speed from LJ. Goes for a 50. Relating Wave, the high pop. LJ has no boost to turn on this play. First killer's awkward there. Chronic is there to help him out. Interesting start here as we approach the midway point of game 2. It's been neck and neck.
Wave was left all alone for a moment. Able to trigger the counterattack, but first killer ahead of Arju. That leaves Speed all alone at the back now, and that's going to spell trouble for Team EVO. They only got one guy isolated back there. It's going to be a lonely, lonely island, and LJ picks the pieces up.
And you can see Speed going in on this. I think maybe Speed should have left that ball for his teammate. He was bumped, really got locked in, tunnel visioning on the ball, and his teammate had to clear to the corner, but instead Speed hits that right into the middle on top of having a double commit, and that is a death sentence. A mistake that the Ultimates will capitalize on, and they have the lead.
Ultimates came into this weekend needing a huge result after feeling like they left plenty of points on the board last time around. Looked very dicey against Complexity. Relating Wave shot high, and Speed will follow it up. We're all tied up here in game 2.
Relating Wave didn't take the shot right away, saw LJ in net, and then putting it off the backboard. LJ's already in the air. That makes it a much easier shot for Speed to pick the spot. Nice execution there from EVO.
Looking to get that one right back are the Ultimates. They're in dire straits against Complexity, and then First Killer came alive. 11 goals in the series yesterday. Arju wins that one cleanly. Goes right to Chronic. And now speed up, but he has to look out for where that guy is. First Killer always ready to pounce. Only an assist so far in 9 minutes of gameplay or so. And he's going to get Chronic and LJ adding to a lead yet again for the Ultimates after LJ's challenge, and then the demo on Arju took speed out of the play as well. First Killer just gets got to take a back seat and go, all right, y'all carry this one.
I mean, what more work do you have to do? LJ, that demo was critical, and the bump. LJ getting his hands dirty. That paved the way. That made it a walk-in goal for his teammates. Good physical effort from LJ. And that gives Ultimates the lead back. The demo.
Chronic running forward. You feel like Chronic, at times maybe with Gen G, was kind of forced to be the guy staying at the back and not as engaged in the offense. And just doesn't seem like that's where he's at home. Nobody's home defensively here. But Arju can't put it in. He couldn't get to the ball in time. And a missed opportunity for Team EVO.
And you also saw Chronic try to put the body on Arju there, jumping, cutting off his approach to that ball. That one, another close call. Team EVO being denied a few times on those.
Well, Chronic has been much more involved in the attack here. 3 goals so far, 3 out of the 4 that Ultimates have scored in the series. First Killer's going to circle around on this ball, and he meets Relating Wave. LJ with Chronic at the back. He's got a full tank of boost, going to need it there with Arju sending the ball, but nobody else running forward. So an easy ball for Chronic to deal with. LJ will pop it forward. First Killer, no boost, no problem. Scores, no! Arju with a save. Follow-up from Chronic, hits everything but the net. And finally, LJ's there to put game 2 away.
The Ultimates certainly taking the scenic route on that goal, but eventually getting there, hitting the bar, hitting the post, hitting the other bar, or the other post, I should say, but getting the job done. And it all started with First Killer slowing things down. Thought he was just going to score himself, but in the end, they still get it done. Might see one more here. Nope, hits the bar, goes down. Ultimates a comfortable win in this game. These shots, these isolation plays that his teammates have put together for him. But LJ's getting his hands dirty, getting those bumps, getting those demos, and we know what First Killer can do. So maybe we have seen this final form of the Ultimates, and they are looking like a real threat to win it all.
Well, as great a scorer as LJ can be, he actually is right at home playing the role of table setter. Doesn't want to have the whole match on his shoulders. Certainly capable if it comes to that, though, is Relating Wave. The initial save, and that's popped away from LJ, forcing Chronic into action at midfield. LJ now out to First Killer. That's going to be blocked away, and maybe some retreat now coming from the Ultimates in the first 30 seconds.
Wow! Oh, this is unblockable! You have to hold on for a second thinking, okay, is he going to shoot this off the corner bounce? But it is a dime pass right to Speed. Speed is not going to be able to react. That ball was hit so hard. You cannot stop that play.
Have to be at the right place at the right time, and where EVO just collectively had not been pushing forward much. You wouldn't have expected that to come from them. That time it does. The adjustment may be made during the timeout. Now here goes Arju. Try to create, going right down Main Street. Easily cleared out by Chronic. Now the pass over to Speed. Seeing a little more passing now out of EVO as that goes to the backboard, and Arju had to stay back. Everybody else had pushed forward, with Speed taking a little extra time to get back. First Killer, nothing brewing there, but you know the Ultimates are going to be swarming. It's Chronic, beaten by Speed. Much more proactive now. And Chronic able to make his way through. There's the initial save. Chronic just about dunked it through.
Chronic trying to read that touch. Oh, there's a demo. Relating Wave. Up against the low boost. Chronic, and puts it bar down!
It just seems to come out of nowhere. Chronic, I mean, what might have kind of sucked Chronic there is he just narrowly missed the penny on the way back, so he had absolutely nothing in the tank. Didn't have enough to even to get just that little extra boost to catch up to that ball. And so a 2-0 lead now for Team EVO coming out of the timeout.
You're 100% right, Stacks. The difference between being able to stop that and not appeared to be a small pad.
Can you put that in a loop on repeat several times for my high school team? Appreciate it.
I mean, I think that's good advice for everybody at every level.
Yes. First killer up over the bar to control this ball as it kicks back out to Arju. Hold on. That's where Team EVO had been so successful earlier, but it turns into a counterattack for LJ in the ultimates, but blocked out by Relating Wave, who's already got 3 saves in 2 minutes.
Thought LJ might be able to do something there. Did have the reset, was threatening. Oh, and the misread from Chronic. That one bounces away. Speed getting shut down by First Killer. First Killer, though, will find help from Chronic. The corner boost spawning right on top of Chronic. Team EVO having all the initiative in this game.
I mean, you mentioned it earlier, EVO have not been outclassed in this series at all. They've been outpaced at times. First Killer shot blocked out by Arju, but they've played well enough to hang around in these games, and they've had plenty of opportunities that have been oh so close. Either hit a post, hit 2 posts, roll around the goal line. Oh. First Killer blocked the double there by Speed, and again Speed trying to clear that out, but they have not been very far off from being in a much better spot here. Yes, they're down 2 games. They could have easily won either of those 2 games with a couple extra shots on target.
I think that's due to the mindset from Speed and the crew. I think we got a little glimpse of that in the interview with Wavepunk, where they say, we'll just set expectations low. We'll just go out and see what happens. You can tell that they're playing confidently, but not putting too much pressure on themselves. And I think that has resulted in a lot of great gameplay from Team EVO and good composure from them as well.
Speed able to keep his concentration there, but now LJ throw it at the backboard, hope something good happens. Relating Wave ended up playing it across where First Killer's waiting. EVO comfortably holding on to this lead. The Ultimates have not threatened much in this 3rd game. They've had quite a few breaks in the first couple of games. Maybe that's starting to catch up to them. First Killer against Relating Wave. Wave wins that one out. Another ball out to the side. Just keep it out from the center. Conscious effort to play the ball out to the wings and make Ultimates work that much harder. They need 2 goals here in the final minute if they want to at least get to overtime and have a chance at a sweep. What a win by Relating Wave, and still Ultimates forced all the way back.
Yeah, wasting time, being able to get downfield, get boost. Relating Wave, he pinched that ball, landed on the wall, recovered, got back to it. Now we might see another goal. We should have seen another goal. Oh my! We'll see if that comes back to haunt Team EVO. That looked wide open.
This series is over if that somehow finds a way to come back to haunt EVO, because it could be another missed opportunity leading to a loss. But they got the 2-goal lead now with 20 seconds left. Ultimates not moving downfield in quite the hurry they need to. And another ball lobbed back by Speed. Ultimates need to go the length of the field right now to give themselves a chance, and they are not going to. Chronic will have it boomed away. Can they get one last look with time on the clock? They will not. And it's a shutout from Team EVO. Keep that momentum going. Have they solved the puzzle of the Ultimates? They've still got a lot coming their way, especially on the opening kickoff, and it's going right back towards their net, so First Killer gets back in time. Imagine that, turning so that you can get back to stop a kickoff goal.
Arju pre-jumped that interception. Team EVO, so confident. You can see Speed threatening the bump. He turns. This is really awkward. The pinch from Relating Wave. They are all over the Ultimates. Team EVO is not missing a step.
Chronic tried to go low under Relating Wave, kept possession there for First Killer to take over. And we're still waiting for that. He set up Chronic, who adds another, make it 4 in the series for the young star.
It has been the Chronic show. First Killer going for that little touch. Also, you see him floating in front of the ball, just making it difficult for any defender who's trying to contest the shot to be able to get there. It's a great play from First Killer. Speed also just not having enough boost to get there in time. And after getting shut out, being able to score in that first minute has to be good for the mental for the Ultimates.
Oh, that's awkward from Arju. LJ after the demo by first killer. Chronic shot is blocked by Speed. What a save coming down. And I don't want to say keeping them alive, still very early in this game, but boy, a second goal might have been catastrophic.
Oh, yeah, Speed reading that one nicely. Being patient, waiting for that shot. And getting that stop. See Chronic bailing out, letting Arju have this ball. Arju going for a flip reset. 50, it kicks out to the corner. Speed diving in. And now Chronic will be able to dribble this.
Oh, LJ bumped back, so now Speed got Arju in front, and he hit the corner of the frame. Follow from Relating Wave is in, and EVO avoid having an opportunity go by the wayside.
And how quickly Team EVO are having that player move into shooting position and taking the shot. That is catching the ultimates out. You saw Speed immediately go for a bump, and before you know it, Arju's already there taking the shot. Almost scored himself. Got the rebound opportunity for Relating Wave, but Team EVO are so speedy to those shots.
Well, first killer tried to push that through Relating Wave, and Arju there to help clean that up as well. We were talking about nicknames earlier. It's Relating Wave. Oh, Arju is trying to rather screen Chronic off the ball. Now first killer back the other way, and that's blocked by Speed.
Oh,
demo by Relating Wave. Did he guess right? Doesn't matter. LJ can't spawn back in time, and Team EVO's in front.
And all in play there, you see the demo, and first killer has to get a 50 on it, or at least get a shot that's forced to be blocked. Did not do anything after going for that reset, and it ended up being an immediate counterattack. That has got to be tough for the Ultimates. They go from thinking they might have a first killer solo play into getting scored on, and now we might see another goal. Relating Wave now reaching rebound chance for Speed. Speed trying to pick the corner, but he's denied.
And then back the other way. Is it inside the line? No. Chronic is there, though. Speedy as ever, and we're tied up.
Oh, and that's gotta hurt for Team EVO. But you've seen it so many times in Rocket League. You challenge in the corner, you think you're doing something to help the team, and you're getting your team scored on. The pitch going all the way downfield didn't go in, but the damage was done. Big break there for the Ultimates.
Or come down to the halfway mark. First killer looking for Chronic. And you wouldn't have thought it'd work that way. You'd think, okay, they're just gonna feed first killer as often as they can. He's still yet to score. Chronic has been outstanding. Lob another one up for him. Why not? He's got the hot hand, and that one's blocked away by Speed.
Chronic has been eaten. His teammates have been dishing it up for him. The Team EVO, they won after the timeout. They are hanging in there. I wouldn't count them out just yet.
I think things might have worked out even better for Gen G last year if they put Chronic in more spots like this where he can shine. Drop down in front. Chronic's there again and blocked out. Finally, Arju pushing that out of harm's way, at least for the time being.
First killer threatening the solo play. Big 50 from Arju, who was out of boost. LJ opting to get the corner boost. We'll see if that bites him. Relating Wave going for a 50. Speed taking a bounce shot out in front of net. Arju has time to shoot, and Arju puts it off the bar. It goes down and out, and Team EVO let another chance get away.
They're going to be kicking themselves. I mean, I'm sure they're happy with where they're at, happy to be here and all that, but they could get so much more as Arju wins the 50 and puts it down.
Arju getting back to the ball. Chronic not having enough boost to make much of an adjustment, and Arju blocking it in. And so despite missing that chance before, Team EVO convert on that extended pressure and are in prime position to win this game.
Think about how great this has been for Team EVO and how much better it could be. Speed emphatically swats one away and then gets demolished for his efforts. Now Relating Wave bumped back down to the ground, and LJ, oh, good pick. Just couldn't put it on target. It does force Team EVO all the way back. They've got first killer retreating.
Oh, and the demo open.
That leads to Arju. He won't miss this one. Right between the eyes.
This demo was perfect. Relating Wave with no boost goes upfield.
Demo opening the gate. Arju Walton right through. And my, oh my, it looks like they've won another one, Stacks, back to back.
Things have changed coming out of the timeout. The confidence has not wavered one bit. But look out, waterfall down! And LJ adds his third of the series thanks to the setup from Chronic.
I guess you can't count your chickens before they hatch. Chronic not scoring, but beating 2 defenders on that play. And so we've got a ball game once more, but only 35 seconds for the Ultimates to tie it up.
Easy to talk as though EVO had already tied up the series. They still got to defend for another 30 seconds. Speed, let it get away. Chronic was there to punish. And now first killer, the demo. Good catch by Relating Wave. LJ took him out as well, though. Now Chronic dropped down to first killer, and that's where Ultimates get really dangerous. He's been very quiet so far, and you're just waiting for him to come up. He's going after Relating Wave. Couldn't get him. Gonna turn on this with 2 seconds left. LJ waiting in front. First killer's also there. The double commit costly for Ultimates as EVO hangs on.
You're crazy.
Well, they've got some work to do now. Up two in a row. Still need 2 more coming out of the timeout now for Ultimates, and an extended one at that with first killer back into the mix. Speed for Relating Wave. I mean, we remember when they had to sit through a timeout earlier today. EVO came out and they didn't look as sharp. And they still managed to win, and that's great. They didn't look as sharp coming immediately out of the timeout. It's almost like that muscle memory kind of fatigued for a moment. Chronic trying to get by Relating Wave. First killer was creeping up as well. But the entire defense of EVO up to the task in the first 40 seconds.
It doesn't look like they've had a slow start so far already in the Ultimates half. Relating Wave trying to cut that shot around. Chronic gets some help from LJ, but LJ gives the ball away. LJ was hoping first killer would be upfield to help out.
A good hard pass off the back wall, but Arju's got to scramble back. Chronic was already down there, so he's already stolen some boost out of the corner. May not matter as much. Everybody seems to be just fine as Speed will slow things down, make sure to secure the corner for himself. Relating Wave running forward. He's got the full team behind him. It's going to be Arju cutting in front of Speed. So Speed will wait back in midfield as first killer makes the initial stop. Manages to find some boost from somewhere to keep the play alive. Speed bump back into it, though, and that means LJ's got to create with nothing in the tank, and Arju's all over it.
You can see because LJ had no boost, couldn't really get around that flick to get the pass. The Ultimates, you wonder what they're going to bring coming off that timeout. So far, we've seen Team EVO handle everything.
Arju, almost. Chronic was in the way, and Relating Waves kicked that out. He was looking for Speed. Instead, he found LJ, but Ultimates have not found the lead here in Game 5. Chronic, follow-up? No, Relating Waves got that one. So now it's first killer's turn. He'll try to slow it down a little bit. Lost possession, though, and Arju's all over it, so too is Speed. And here they go. LJ respawning into the play. Speed with a boost steal. Doesn't matter. LJ's got it safely down towards Chronic. And while Team EVO have possession for the moment, it doesn't seem like they're necessarily threatening. You gotta wonder, though, James, I mean, all the opportunities they've had that have hit the post, hit the crossbar, they start to rein those in. How much trouble are Ultimates gonna be in?
And you wonder. And, you know, the Ultimates also not only having to deal with those shots, but the demos from Relating Wave at midfield have been so dangerous. It's bitten the Ultimates a few times, so you also have to watch out for that. It seems like Team EVO is attacking you from all angles.
First killer has been kept away from the ball for a significant portion of this game. He's still kind of buzzing around, but not been a factor much in this series in the grand scheme of things. LJ over towards Chronic. This duo has been phenomenal for Ultimates, especially in the first couple of games. Gone a little bit colder. First killer getting bumped away by Speed, so LJ's got to take over with 100 seconds left, looking for Chronic, and that's going to be pushed wide as well. First killer to follow, and Speed's got it with a good recovery from the post. inside 90 seconds. Arju knocks first killer away. Her first killer's been just bumped all over the field. It's small wonder why he hasn't factored as much into this game. Now Speed looking to get by Chronic, got by LJ as well. First killer is there, and he's making his effort known on the defensive end.
Chronic trying to stay in the play there with no boost. This is dangerous now. Chance for Arju going for the double, and a great defensive play. LJ gets a touch as well, was looking for a skim or just some type of redirect to put that on target. Exciting moment here in the final minute. That shot right at Chronic. And now first killer trying to catch Relating Wave in an awkward spot. Caught it back flipping, and first killer does it all himself.
His first goal of the series, Relating Wave started coming up like, oh no, I don't have this, and nobody else able to get back to bail him out. First killer with 39 seconds left in game 5. As the Ultimate's on top, now Chronic off the kickoff, just dances right around Relating Wave, who's had a rough 10 seconds.
Oh, and you saw Speed cheating so quickly. Chronic jumping over, dodging the bump attempt, getting control of that ball, and it was just a situation where there only was one left to beat. And Chronic, who's been brilliant, gets the job done there. Now we see a fake kickoff, though, come out from Team EVO. The double tap from Speed almost hit the ankle. That was a very challenging one. With that chance going away, it'll be tough for Team EVO to get back into this.
Speed is trying to guide that over towards Arju, and the defensive Ultimates having none of it. Chronic takes out Arju. He spawns under the ball as LJ tried to bring it across, and now LJ not letting Team EVO get anything going offensively. Very quietly, Ultimates blow the game open in the very last minute. They get a goal from first killer. They get a goal from Chronic, and they've got match point for the grand finals. Of being the centerpiece of the defensive efforts that broke down when Ultimate scored both their goals. Need a big bounce back game for Relating Wave and for Team EVO if they're going to force Champions Field as we kick it off on Neo Tokyo. He narrowly missed LJ on the kickoff, and LJ's shot is barely blocked.
Double commit and a team bump. This is really awkward for Team EVO. They're giving the space. The shot from Chronic will be high, but they get away from it for now. Team EVO, everyone was running on fumes. First killer trying to keep this ball high. Relating Wave with the save, but Chronic then comes in for another play. Passes over to first killer. The Ultimates are playing keep away.
Oh, this is just cruel right now. Almost playing with their food, but they haven't been able to break through the defense of EVO. Relating Wave crisscrossing with Speed, and Arju's going to hit it where they ain't. And that's going to buy them enough time for Arju and Relating Wave, but they still couldn't power the ball downfield. They got tangled up on the side. Now they do get into blue territory. Everybody's got boosts. They can take a big, deep breath, and now get right back to it. Arju, kick out over towards Speed, and he's got around first killer, but then gets demoed, and that's going to do it.
First killer looking for a touch there, not finding it. That pressure from the Ultimates to start things out. You thought they were going to get a goal, but the defense from Team EVO holding on. Now a chance for Team EVO on the other end.
LJ with Chronic with a full tank behind him. Got to the corner, got the boost steal, but Arju's there. Speed grabbed midfield. He's got plenty to work with. Boy, first killer coming in from nowhere.
Speed just went in straight for the bump. Didn't even play the ball. Interesting decision there. Now it's a 1v1 first killer up against Speed. Speed! He did everything he could to keep first killer out of net, but that did not stop the rebound.
Now nobody else back there. Arju still retreating. Relating Wave trying to catch back up to the play. Ultimates isolate Speed, and it's just a long, long wait, watching for everybody to not make it. Oh, that's going to hit first killer right on the side. Good play off the kickoff for Ultimates, blown up by Relating Wave.
Like that cut as well from AJ, possessing the ball, trying to take it to the wall, but didn't make the most of it, almost getting scored on by Arju. Arju, though, didn't have enough boost to get around it. LJ in the air. Will be able to get back to it, has the reset, but that's contested. Low boost. Speed misses his challenge as well. Ultimate's really ratcheting up the pressure.
Oh, they can sense it. They're oh so close. It got the bump in the air, but the shot blocked away by Relating Wave. He's there this time. Now Chronic pushed it wide by design to set up LJ, and Arju makes that save too. Man, with your average player in net instead of Arju in this series, Ultimates could have about 15 goals to their credit.
The defense has been very nice from Team EVO. They've made multiple stops. They still find themselves trailing, and even against some of the better teams that we've seen before, their defense has been good. But it's going to be the offense that will need to show up to get them back into this one. They are fighting for their lives, Stacks.
Arju's going to play that himself, indirect. They've got to chase this game a little bit. Down a single goal with 2 minutes left. First killer brings it across and got it away from Arju. It's only Relating Wave, and he owned gold!
And you feel for Relating Wave in this situation. He's been that last defender back a few times here, expecting Chronic to shoot it somewhere far post or try to go high, but Chronic picks that top corner. Relating Wave caught by surprise. Inched up a little bit too far, couldn't cover that angle. Jumping for it, ended up helping that one in. So that is a devastating play there for Relating Wave.
LJ, the demo doesn't matter. Relating Wave shot is blocked by LJ right off the crossbar. And even though first kill is demolished downfield, it doesn't really matter. Time will keep ticking away. Arju beat one, doesn't matter. Chronic there to follow it up. And now Speed looking for Arju, and LJ read the play well. And it put everything on Relating Wave to stop that effort. Otherwise, it would have been a free goal. Relating Wave avoids LJ. God, they're just picking on Relating Wave now. You feel bad for the guy as Arju's got the clear out towards Wave. Speed waiting, but that ball just hung up for an eternity.
Relating Wave, though, did make that last stop. He's going to have to make another one here. LJ going for the double tap, actually gets stopped by Speed. As we have less than a minute left to play, it looks like the Ultimates are cruising.
Yeah, there's no boost, no hope. Chronic does it again. We've talked about how great Chronic has been in this series. Give him 8 goals now to lead the Ultimates almost certainly into the grand final.
And you saw the dive as well. Relating Wave, Speed coming in, pure panic from them. Speed again getting that touch instead of maybe letting a teammate get that hit out to the side. And all the skim from Chronic!
Okay, yeah, we'll give you that one. My gosh. This is Chronic's day. Now the only question, will he reach the 10 spot? Good first killer had 11 yesterday in the series. Chronic got some work to do if he wants to hit that number. With only 30 seconds left, that really is the only drama remaining here in our first semifinal. Chronic
and
outlet.
Honestly, Stacks, it's not just a day, it's a weekend for Chronic.
It really is.
Shaping up to be an entire tournament. Chronic, his efforts elevating the Ultimates to this grand final.
One more for the road. Now Relating Wave sends it away. Fun police have arrived at the end. It's far too little too late for Team EVO. It is the Ultimates, led by a 9 spot out of Chronic, headed to the grand finals.
Ultimates.